What is up, guys? It is Sam the Raid Man. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to be doing the Wheel of Madness. This is my personal favorite series on the channel. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to be testing our wixwell team right here against the Ultra Nightmare Clan boss. We're going to test 3 different damage zeros in this spot. This is typically Ninja's spot, but you can see we tested Foley most recently. The way this works is each episode we test 3 champions. Episode 1 we tested Fane, KO, and Pestilus. And you can see all the different episodes are color-coded. Then we will total all of their damages up to see what day or what episode does the most. Today is episode 7, so we're going to test 3 new champions and see how much they can do combined. How we determine the champions is based off this super fun wheel in the name, the Wheel of Madness. We have a lot of different options. We have removed some of them. Some of them take a little bit of time. Like if we ask a fellow content creator, we have to wait for their response. If we ask my wife, we have to wait till she's awake. So we got lots of fun options on here. I try and delete the repeat ones, especially if they're kind of specific. If they're more open-ended, like any epic, then we'll leave them. We try not to do too many duplicate champions because that's a little bit lame. But let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see who our first champion is. I really, really love this idea. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any fun ideas for ways for me to pick a champion that are interesting and creative. So this one is champion whose face is hidden. We've actually done this one once before, but I do like the topic because I like anything that focuses on people's appearance. So for example, you can see their face, you can see their face, you can barely see his face. Same here. It's kind of hard, but it's there. Calamitous, same thing. It's close. We start getting towards like Jintoro. I would argue you can see no part of Jintoro's face. This is your chance to get a free Karato Fox Hunter by clicking the link in the description now. You will get Karato as well as 3 amazing epics, Fane, Ugo, and Vergis. I have 4 simple steps for you to redeem this code. Step 1, log out of Play and Play on your PC and uninstall it. Step 2, click on the link in the description of this video and register with a brand new email address. Step 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Final step, go to your inbox and collect your champions. This is your chance to get a great head start in Raid, so make sure you click on this link. So we thought to keep it simple. Jintoro is a perfect fit for this team because he's already paired with mikage, so mikage will bring Jintoro in on the A1. I have him +4. He only has a 2-star soul, but he still nukes like a freaking freight train. If you're unfamiliar with his kit, AoE, or not AoE, single target, decreased defense, and weaken on a 3-turn cooldown. But every 4 times, or the 4th time he uses this ability, he will attack 5 times instead of 1. So let's say the regular hit hits for 200,000. It will hit for a lot more than that, but let's say it's for 200,000. Every 4th time he uses it, that will hit for 1,000,000, right? 5 times. We're going to reduce the skill cooldown as much as we can. This one attacks one enemy, steals 100% turn meter, great ability. But if they're immune to turn meter steal, like the clan boss, reduces the skill cooldown of this A3, so he'll do it more and more often. Also, whenever someone fills his turn meter, it's increased by 50%. We don't have a lot of turn meter fill, but that is good to know. And then the A1 kind of just hits hard. We have him in Nature's Wrath. Wish we had better soul for him, but his gear is pretty bonkers because he's +4. So for the Demon Lord, 8,380 attack, 3,000 defense. So you need him to stay alive, 203 speed, 70 crit rate, 413 crit damage, 273 on the accuracy, 4% ignore defense, plus 5% from cruel, so that's 10%. We have him in War Master. I don't think Demons or Giant Slayer, not Giant Slayer, Helm Smasher makes sense. I think this is the best mastery for him, but it is hard to tell when champions get to such a high number. So for Jintoro, we're going to prioritize the A3, then the A2 obviously, and this will keep decreased defense and weaken up by itself. And then let's go ahead and quick battle. This is going to be big. I'm expecting big numbers from Jintoro. I'm thinking at least 150,000, 150 million. 224, that's big. Let's see, where does that stack up? That is second highest. The color is a little bit hard for me to see, but Jintoro, 224,890,000. The only person higher than him is Phoenix, who was almost 100,000 higher. Rathlos was close below him, but not really. He did almost as much as we did by himself in the entire last episode. That is a fantastic start. Having a +4 Jintoro is not very useful in a lot of areas, believe it or not. This is one area that is obviously super crazy. He is an clan boss champion. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel again, see how we're going to get our next champion. Go ahead and spin this wheel. I'm very excited. That's a great hot start to the video. If we can get another really good champion, I think we can break our record. Champion with 1,500 base attack or more, obviously. The only champion I know, like off the top of my head, that has super high base attack is a Neithwi. He's got 1,700. It might be the highest in the game, so I'm kind of gonna have to sort through that. I don't even know how to do this. Find a way to sort through it and find a good clan boss champion with a super high base attack. We had a few different options. I want to point out that if I wanted to be boring, I could have used Ninja. But that feels a little bit like cheating, so I'm going to do someone a little bit closer to 1,500 base attack. 1586 with Zavia. She's also super cool, and I don't think she gets enough love. Throw a relic on her super quick just to help boost her damage. Jintoro had one, so it's only fair she has one. And then for her blessing, I want to have Nature's Wrath. No, I don't. And gems on that. All right, make sure everything is glyphed up and good to go. Perfect. Okay, so Zavia. We're not going to use a Poison Explosion. Obviously, if you're unfamiliar, Poison Explosion is nerfed on Clan Boss. So it's just the A2 and the A1. She's going to place tons of poison. She's got Giant Slayer. She's got 2-piece Merciless, Speed, and Cruel. Total stats for the Demon Lord. Again, she's also +4, 5-star Awakening, 8,700 attack, 2.6k defense is pretty low, but her base is super low. Like, honestly, crazy low for a legend. 200 speed, 81 crit rate, and also cracking 400 crit damage. 291 on the accuracy, 4 brings to 9% ignore defense. She's gonna go bonkers, just bananas. I think Jintoro's will be higher, but I still expect 100 to 150 million damage from Zavia. She's +1, excuse me. I said +4, I misspoke, just +1. Turn that off. This can't be used, we'll turn it off anyway, so just the A2 and the A1. Again, hoping for about 100-ish million. Let me pull the sheet up. And my method of finding this was just scrolling, believe it or not. 158, that's what I'm talking about. 158. Again, a little bit hard to see, but Zavia did 158, which is solid. That's definitely in the top 50% of damage dealers. And 383 puts us already just barely in second place. But to get to first, we need over 161 million. Kind of making me feel like I should have used Ninja. Ignore that. Watching some TV in the background while the optimizer is running. So now we've got our last champion. Let's see, can we get somebody? Should I have put Ninja in the team? Let me know in the comments. It feels like a mistake. +1 empowered champions who we just used. Champion with an A1 that can repeat. We actually just added this. So the most, like the example that comes to mind is Fushan, right? Fushan has an A1 that can go place an extra hit, so it can repeat. Another champion that can do that is Fargal. So Skull Lord can do his A1 like over and over and over again. 30% chance to repeat the attack. So I'm just gonna have to go through and see if I can find more champions that can do this. Fushan is definitely not a bad option, but we have used him already. So if I had to choose right now, I would go with Skull Lord. We'll be right back. So the description was a little bit up in the air. So like Rhonda, for example, would you count this as a repeat? Places an extra hit. There's a lot of champions that place an extra hit. Gallius places an extra hit here. So I was like, well, I want it to fully repeat the attack. So if it's a double hit, I want it to go again. Thought about Jintoro, which I obviously used, but like, I don't know if that really counts. So I think this one is a pretty good definition. Obviously, Fushan and Skull Lord fit, but I'm not trying not to use them. And I thought Fjorad's interesting. If the target is not under a freeze debuff, will repeat the attack. Like, you can't get more explicit than that. Clearly, he's repeating the attack, and clearly the clan boss can't be frozen. So this will work. So we're using Fjorad. He is mythical. He's got a 6-star soul, which is pretty cool. We've got him in 6-star cruelty. He doesn't hit super hard. He's more of a support champion, especially in this form. So I thought about switching it, but then he doesn't repeat the ability there. So that doesn't really count. I don't want to have it in his kit. That's why we picked him and then switch. So we're keeping in the A1. He does have this ability, which is cool. Block debuffs and increase speed on all allies for 2 turns, which we don't have increased speed, so we like that. And then decrease the cooldown of all ally skills except for this champion's by 1 turn. So we are going to use this ability. We're going to turn off the A3 for the freeze and just use the A1 so it'll hit over and over again. Unfortunately, he is bad affinity, so that hurts, but he's still going to be, should be pretty good, especially with him repeating the A1. 6,600 attack, 3,600 defense, 200 speed, 70 crit rate, 398 on the crit damage, just under 400, 274 accuracy. Doesn't really need the accuracy, he just kind of has it. And then he has War Master for his mastery. Probably should be, in this case, Giant Slayer, but we will leave it as is and see how much damage he can do. Again, hoping we can do pretty good numbers here because he should help the team go with his skill cooldown. He should get us more ally attacks from Mikage, Hatter, and Fjorad, you know, more buff extensions and more shield growth. Also increased speed should help everybody. So I think this will be really good. We also don't want the extra turn to mess up with anything. So I don't think he's going to hit super hard, but I'm hoping the team will do better damage. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. Obviously, for the sake of the challenge, it's about how much damage can he do. So I'm not expecting the biggest number from Fjorad himself. I'm expecting about 80 million is my guess. Again, 6-star soul makes a big difference, but bad affinity, and he's only using the A1. His A2 doesn't even hit. Okay, I am happily surprised. So 148, that was pretty far off in terms of my guess. The team did do pretty well. Cardio 116 is very, very good. Wixwell 100 million is awesome. We did live the full turns, so that is cool. I think he's definitely a good fit for this team, honestly. Total damage just puts us just behind day 4. This is our number 2 by a mile, 532. We definitely could have got up there if we'd used Ninja. Let me know in the comments, you guys want me to fully chase that? Do you want me to kind of keep it like this where I'm trying fun new things? Because I could just like repeat champions, right? I could do Fushan instead of Fjorad. I can do Ninja. You know, I could do Rathalos instead of Jintoro. I can just do like the most broken bonkers champions I want to, but I like trying new champions for the series. So anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Subscribe to the channel for more daily raid content, and I will see you guys on the next one.